Hi, this is Lauren Fogelman at ExpertSportsPerformance.com, working with highly driven, motivated athletes on being cool, calm, and confident for consistent winning results. Today's topic is how athletes' race performance suffers during events. Now, most racing events I've been to this year, the coordinators do a great job at covering the basics: first aid, drink stations, massage. But what happens when you start to unravel and you're beginning to psych yourself out instead of psyching yourself up? It would be great to have a mental game first aid station. And that's something that first came on board with the New York Marathon in the 1990s. And then Kate Hayes went ahead and took it and ran in 1999, bringing it to the Toronto Marathon. Now, there are teams of psyching teams that are sprouting up at different marathons. And what happens is that these psyching teams are psychologists and advanced psychology students that are there to be able to give you the tools you need so you're able to keep your head in the game, be able to deal with the pre-performance anxiety, help you process if you hit your wall in the middle of the race, whatever it might be. Because not only do they have a booth or table somewhere, they're usually at the starting line, and they have what's called cyclists that are on bicycles throughout the race so that they can stay with you for as long as you need. So this is how it might work. Pre-race. You're getting some pre-race anxiety. All of a sudden you have that adrenaline dump and it's impossible to stay focused. Your mind is just spinning. Or you have this really strong desire to set this new PR, and you're starting to really stress out on it. You're focusing too much on the number and not on what you have to do in order to hit your numbers. Possibly, you're returning, this is your first event post-injury, and you're hoping that your body holds up, but you're a little bit worried. You're a newbie and you're concerned about hitting the wall. All these things are some of the things that athletes struggle with before the event even gets off the ground. So, you can go talk with someone about this at a table, just chat, get some strategies, and help to really refocus so you have a really nice, strong start. And then what about during the race? Well, during the race, all of a sudden, you might start to feel the pain. And you just quickly need someone to help you sort out whether it's something that needs medical attention or it's that your body is just responding to what you're asking it to do, and you're hurting a little bit. But it's something that will work itself out, doesn't need any medical attention. Possible that you got distracted and you're having a tough time refocusing. You can't let go of that mistake that you made. Or there might be some equipment malfunction, and you just need some input on how to be able to refocus, work it through, change your strategy a little bit so you can stay in the race. So those are some of the things that happen during the race. And then there's post-race. You know that athlete that had that really important PR that they wanted to hit? Well, they didn't, and now they're beating themselves up for not hitting their numbers. So the psyching team can help them with just being able to sort it out so it's not just a downer experience. They're able to find some of the real gems that happen and some of the positives. Or there's this racer that didn't make it through the whole race. They ended up with an injury. So being able to sort things out so that it's not such a bad experience, they don't feel total disappointment. And then there was a newbie that talked to somebody before the race and got a little bit of a spin on things of what would happen if she hit her wall. Well, she was before wondering, why am I even racing? What am I doing here? And she came back after the race to let the psyching team know that she had a great race. It was totally awesome. She can't wait to do this again. She's now a believer. So those are some of the things that a psyching team can offer. Like I said, it's mental game first aid. They're there for you at all different parts of the race. They help to coach you through the doubt, get your head back in the right place, and they just add value to the racing experience. So if you're a race director, let's talk about how you can go ahead and bring a psyching team into your racing experience so it goes ahead and raises the racing experience and the way and the way that you can go ahead and be able to really support your athletes just beyond the physical needs. If you're an athlete and you go into an event and you would love to see it there, contact the race coordinator and let them know that this exists and that you would love for them to have it. You think it would go ahead and boost the experience and what that particular venue has to offer. Here's your challenge. Think about your mental game plan before the race and what's likely to be a distraction for you. What could you do if that starts to come up for you, that distraction? How can you go ahead and sort it through? Were you ever in a similar situation where that came up and you were able to get your head back in the game? You were able to overcome the challenge. And if you did it once, can you do it again? That will help you to go ahead and solidify your race plan. And I'd love to hear a comment from you about what you think about a psyching team, that mental game first aid station at your events, because it's happening now at marathons and it's starting to spread. But my feeling is that it can cross the line into other sporting events also. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. If you're interested in additional mental game strategies, go to my website and put your name and email address in the upper right-hand corner. You'll get the first of a video training series. Once again, let me know what you think about psyching teams, those mental game first aid stations. Hit the likes button. My name is Lauren Fogelman, Expert Sports Performance, and my mission is to show you how to stay cool when the heat is on.